Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading for the week of January 17th. We're just going to jump right in here, Scorpio, and see what is going on for you. We'll take both of these cards, why not? And that'll be that, Scorpio. There will be a part 2 to this reading as well, which is going to be linked up in the top comment down below. So, Scorpio, let's see here what we have going on for you at this time. You have this peacock spirit. This card says prosperity. Love it. So clearly there's a lot of prosperity coming in for you here. You also have this wish card at the end, but I feel like there is a lot of prosperity coming in general with this energy. Kind of a weird week. I'm not going to like sugarcoat it. All three water signs that have been, the week just doesn't look, it looks gloomy is what I would say. And you kind of have that energy here a little bit, although it doesn't look terrible. That's the thing. I think all three water signs have the Three of Swords. And you have the Three of Swords here. But there is this like, I don't know, I think we have to shake, I think something needs to be shaken, and this card's backwards, but I feel like something needs to be like shaken off. I feel like something needs to be kind of like flicked off of us. It could be like energetic. Whenever I feel that flicking energy, to me that says that an energy needs to be flicked off, an energy needs to be kind of released from us, and that's maybe what's going on here. You have the Ten of Cups, the Three of Swords, and the Five of Wands in this row. So the Ten of Cups is fortune after difficulty. It's like a lot of happiness coming in for you as well. And but what I would say is, I feel, the energy that I get from your reading here, and I'm not calling you out, Scorpio, either, is I get an energy of holding on to something. Sometimes we all do this. Again, I've done it in my life, where I think we kind of hold on to a broken promise, or we hold on to something that wasn't seen through to the end, like a relationship. It's like, I'm sure you've all been in a relationship where it's like you talk about getting married and all this other stuff, and then they break up with you, like, a day later after talking about it or something, and you're like, what the hell happened? And it's like you're kind of holding on to it. I see that here. I'm not saying it's love either. It could be like a business or something else where you thought things were going to go a certain way and the wish was broken. You have this broken wishbone card, and it says wish will not be granted. But I feel like this is something that's already happened, because you have the King of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles in the same row, right at the top here. This to me is kind of like saying, it's time to get back to work, even though there was a broken wish. I think the hard part about this energy, Scorpio, the energy that you have to kind of flick off, is the fact that it's like it sucks the wind out of you. It's like if you've ever had the wind taken out of you, or if you've ever been punched right here, right? Hopefully that hasn't happened to you. It's happened to me though. And what I would say is, it's like if you ever have like lost your breath like that, it's very hard to kind of like get going again. I kind of get that energy of just needing to get back up on the horse in this reading. Here's the Three of Swords. Again, I just get more of this like gloomy kind of down in the dumps type of energy on the Three of Swords, and this is something that I do believe can be released. It's like that peacock spirit is saying, hey, there is prosperity. There is a lot of love and good things coming, around you, right? But you just have to step into the energy and get away from this. And you have the Five of Wands. I'm kind of getting the question why popping into my head. Some of you might be wondering, like, why did this have to happen to me? Why did I have to go through a sad situation or a separation or a loss? The Five of Wands is a card of learning. The other thing about the Five of Wands is that I call the Five of Wands Indiana Jones. To me, it's like a card of going on a crazy adventure and getting some treasure at the end of the adventure. So it's kind of like, yeah, you might be going through something difficult, but there might be a reward at the end of like the pain that you have experienced. And again, it's like, it's not a bad reading. You have the Sun here. So, there are some good things in the Ten of Cups. Next, you have this square, semi-square, quincunx card. Wow, that's a mouthful. This card says tension. So, like I said, we already kind of talked about this, how you could be experiencing some tension. You also have this Juno card as well, which says partnership on it. So you could be experiencing tension in a partnership or with your partner with this card. I definitely feel that for some of you in love, that there could be some tension. We already talked about this, because some promises kind of look like that. That's what I see as being broken in my head, is some promises. For others, this could be a partnership between you and anything. Maybe it could be between you and your business or you and your career. So take it how it resonates. But you have the King of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, and the Sun. It's actually a very easy solution here, Scorpio. I'll just give it to you right away. I'm not going to make you wait. Your solution is the Eight of Swords. Believe it or not. Yes, the Eight of Swords is a card of being stuck, and it's a card of self-imposed restriction, self-imposed prison, needing to set yourself free. But it's actually a very easy card to solve. She could easily lean up against those swords, and she could cut her arms free. Then she would be able to take her blindfold off, and she would be able to step forward. There's also nobody in front of her. Part of the whole point of the Eight of Swords is there's no one around her. There is no one there keeping her trapped, so she could easily set herself free. So the solution to the Eight of Swords is that we need to see that there are multiple ways to do things, that there isn't only one way to do something that we could be doing in our life. There isn't only one way to have love. There isn't only one way to have business or to have money or to have spiritual success or health, right? There are multiple ways of doing things. And if one thing isn't working, then try something else, is what I would say here with this Eight of Swords energy. Even the King of Pentacles can represent something being the same for too long. He is like the card of convention, and convention is just things being the same for too long. It's basically conventional thinking. Like, maybe everybody believes that you do business one way or that you do love one way. And the King of Pentacles sometimes, to me, can represent almost needing to step into a new world, in the sense that maybe everybody around you believes that everyone in love cheats. It's like, well, that's not true. There are plenty of people who don't cheat, right? So it's like, maybe it's time to go in another direction. Maybe it's time to surround yourself with different people. Same thing in business. Maybe that you are hanging around with losers, right? Maybe it's time to stop. With the King of Pentacles, King of Pentacles just says there's something needs to change. You have the Sun here as well. The Sun is about happiness. So the Sun does encourage you to move towards happiness and joy and things that make you happy. It's kind of popping into my head as well here, Scorpio, that I think like the hard thing for you here might be, I don't know what the word is actually that's popping into my head, but it's like the way people believe something. I almost want to say it's like a cult, but I don't really have any good examples for you here of like the word that I don't know what this word is, so I'm not going to stay stuck on it, but what I would say here is that some things become like a cult. Some beliefs become like a cult as well. It's like, you can see this basically anywhere. We see this with like diets, for example. It's like some people will defend their diet to the death. And it's like, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with one diet or the other, what those people are doing. They're free to live their life. But what I am saying is it's like, you have to think when you start looking at it as more than just your health, right? And it becomes something more. It becomes kind of like a, like a very, almost like a religion, right? And is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know, right? But it's almost like cultish. And I would be careful of that type of thinking, whatever that type of thinking is. I'm at a loss for words as usual right now, Scorpio. So it's almost like dogmatic thinking, or I don't know if that's the right word, but, if you're kind of like dealing with a situation like that. And I've seen this in business as well and with investments. It's like, why do you think, people invest in something? It's like sunk cost fallacy. They'll invest in something, and even though it seems like a scam, they'll keep investing money because they've already invested so much. It's like, this is how like Bernie Madoff became, he went to jail and died, but this is how his scam ran for so long, is people kept believing that because they invested so much that it was going to be a good investment. There's a need to be careful of that here, is what I'm trying to get at. The Sun says follow your bliss, trust your feelings. It's like, it's funny. I watched a documentary a couple months ago about Bernie Madoff, and it's like a lot of people, they had a feeling that things were not right, but they kept doing it. They did not trust their feelings. I've seen people who are on a certain diet, and they're like, no, my skin is falling off, my hair is falling out, my fingernails are falling out, I'm bleeding from my legs all the time, but this is the right diet for me. It's like, probably not, right? So it's like, you have to listen to yourself, is what the Sun is saying. And I really feel that's very extremely, extremely important for you, that you listen to yourself with this Sun energy, and don't buy into the, whatever that is, that word that I can't remember. Next, actually, you have this Broken Wish card, which says, wish will not be granted. And you have this Vulture Spirit, says, depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you. So get out of your head with this energy right here. And again, I feel more of a broken promise, if I'm being honest here, Scorpio, with that Broken Wish card. I think that the wish was, if this is a person, it's like maybe you thought you were going to get married, or you had all these kind of built up future beliefs or future plans and future expectations with a person, and that's what was broken here with this energy. One of my favorite people of all time, Kyle Cease, he says it's never he's like, it's not your heart that's really broken, it is your expectations that are broken. And that is so true. So 3 of Swords here in your reading could be a broken heart, but really I feel maybe it's more your expectations, especially if this is a love situation that you're coming off of here. But I also feel the same way in like health or in business. It's like maybe we have a belief that something is going to work for us and it just doesn't, and that can also be kind of heartbreaking as well. But I feel like this is a good thing, by the way. You have the Knight of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, and the Four of Pentacles. This is the only, again, this holding on energy is the only thing that's going to hold you back. See, it's kind of like a weird reading. I'm not going to lie, Scorpio. It's like, look at this. You have the 10 of Cups, the 8 of Swords to the 4 of Pentacles. It's like you thought something was going to be 10 of Cups, but it actually is keeping you stuck to the 4 of Pentacles here. You need to move this direction towards the Knight of Pentacles. There are these greener pastures that need to be planted on the Knight of Pentacles. He needs to get to work and plant seeds in these pastures back here. It's kind of like your answer is to go on an adventure or to do things that you never thought you were going to do before. I say that because of this diagonal. Sorry, I need to get organized, but because of this diagonal right here. 5 of Wands, Indiana Jones, 8 of Swords, setting yourself free, Knight of Pentacles, putting in the work. Very stuck, but it's like this is the energy, the direction that you should move in with that Knight of Pentacles. Start planting seeds towards a new beginning, towards something new. I feel like that will lead to a lot of happiness with the 9 of Cups, and it will also probably lead to this here, actually, believe it or not. Part of me feels like this is you being stuck, but on top of that, the 4 of Pentacles isn't necessarily bad. The 4 of Pentacles can be stability. It can be something that is stable coming into your life as well. I feel like you are searching for that stability. It's like if you're looking for love, for example, you're looking for something that lasts, something that is stable, something that is secure. But I also feel like maybe needing to let go of something that clearly isn't that way. The Knight of Pentacles, it's like the way to think of 5 of Wands, 8 of Swords to the Knight of Pentacles in this diagonal is it's like knowing that there's work to be done, but not wanting to do the work because you've already done the work in the past on something else. So I get it, Scorpio. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you've probably put a lot of work, time, effort, and energy into situations, but I do feel like a little bit of a need to, kind of get moving. It's like I kind of feel like you're dragging ass in this reading as well. I feel that, like, I've been sick for like 2 weeks, and I'm not COVID. I've been tested. Don't worry. But I've been trying to get over this thing. And people keep telling me to take time off, which is, trust me, I just can't take time off, number one. But number two, it's like I would never get started again. But at the same time, it's not that serious, right? But it's like I've been having this like low energy thing. I kind of feel that here in this diagonal where it's like maybe you're going to have to put a little work into something, even if you don't necessarily want to work. I'm not suggesting you work yourself to the bone. I'm not suggesting you make yourself more sick. I take very good care of myself as well. So it's like people always, say this to you, like take a break and everything like that. But it's like I didn't get to 600,000 subs almost taking breaks, right? So what I would say here is it's like I feel you're very driven, and I would definitely take care of your health. I would definitely do everything that you possibly can with that Knight of Pentacles energy, but at the same time, I feel like there is need to make a little bit of progress is kind of what I'm feeling. Weird, not gonna lie, Scorpio, I feel like this is a weird reading. We're gonna have to see where it goes, so thank you for being here, really appreciate it. Part 2 will be linked up at the top of the description, the pinned comment down below, so make sure to check out part 2, and we'll see where this goes. But thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. And definitely enjoy your week.